What's up, Michigan State fans? This is Jacob Cutsey here back for another episode of the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. This is the podcast for Saturday, March 14th, 2026. Well, quick run in not the NCAA Big Ten tournament for Michigan State, 88-84 loss, one and done to UCLA in the quarterfinal round. Certainly, probably not what MSU was anticipating. Jeremy Fears said after the game they want. I mean, kind of goes without saying, but they really wanted to win this whole thing. They probably thought they could maybe win two games and go see Michigan in the championship game, probably, but not to be. They're gonna have to sit around for just one whole day, but you gotta sit around and see what you get on Selection Sunday. But certainly not Michigan State's best game. They didn't really look entirely themselves for a lot of the games. Some maybe not even uncarried. Like they turned the ball over a lot. I mean, turnovers weren't the biggest issue in this game, but there were some bad turnovers. I mean, but the real big thing that seemed uncharacteristic to me was again it just stuck out the entire game. A sore thumb and two sore thumbs. Donovan Dent and UCLA could just the dribble penetration was a serious issue. The on-ball defense from Michigan State's guards, Jordan Scott and Jeremy Fears, was just not good enough. Dent got into the paint a whole lot, kicked it out, and it was usually a very, very good look from three. And UCLA cashed them in. They shot 13 for 27. There was maybe one or two shots where I thought UCLA got truly lucky. There's just a lot of open threes. And it's a problem. Michigan State has actually allowed at least 10 threes to be made by their opponent in 5 straight games now. I don't know the last time that's happened, but that's a stat. Take it with a grain of salt. Again, like Rutgers hit a bunch of them in their franked at comeback, and Indiana took like 35 of them and hit 10, so like it was still like a decent game. But still, the stats are the stats there to some level. I mean, it's a lot of threes are starting to drop against Michigan State, so that might be a concern for them heading into the NCAA tournament where they're going to get. See, if they play on Thursday, you're talking like a lot of rest. You're going to play like one game in like a 10-11 day span. So you have to worry about the rust a little bit. It'll help. You're going to get either a 15 seed or a 14 seed to probably roll them over. Knock on wood as I record this at 2:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Central Time Zone over here. But yeah, you can kind of see the bags under my eyes a little bit. Tired, long day, but still. Dribble penetration was a very, very big problem in this game. Fears kind of it was like I let my team down, even though we dropped 21 and 13. But yeah, they get another guard like Donovan. Not every guard is Donovan Dent. Very, very good player. I think he's third in the country in assists behind Fears and Braden Smith on a per game basis. Fears, I guess another footnote for you is he broke the single season record for Michigan State assists in a single season. He's up to 294, had 13 of them in this game. 294 in the season. The record was 291, held by the great Cassius Winston from the 2018-19 season. The Big Ten record is 313. Fears can get there if they play enough NCAA tournament games. But Braden Smith is also racking up the assists in the Big Ten tournament too. So like I think Smith might have actually passed him because like Purdue might end up playing 4 games to Michigan State's 1, so he can get the total far up. And Smith had like 16 during Purdue's first game, and I think he had like 10 or 11 in their win against Nebraska as well. They'll get to play UCLA in the semifinals, so we'll see how that'll be a pretty good point guard battle if you care to watch it, Purdue versus UCLA. But other takeaways from this game, I guess if you're looking for the silver lining, Trey Fort gave you some pretty good minutes off the bench, kind of showed that he deserves some playing time in this rotation. He can provide a spark offensively because, again, the offense scored 84 points, didn't feel like it. Was kind of herky-jerky. Felt like UCLA was getting a lot more good looks consistently, partially because of poor defense. But still, UCLA's defense looked a lot stronger. And Michigan State's offense, it looked like it was having a much tougher time against UCLA than compared to when MSU blew them out of the water at the Breslin Center about a month ago. But Trey Fort came in, hit a couple of big shots, hit a couple of big threes, got MSU back into the game, like was a part of that comeback effort that you had if you're looking for the moral victory, I guess, here in this one. But again, you would like to see more from Kohler. You'd like to see more from Cooper. You'd like to see more from Scott. Again, Scott, tough day for him defensively. I mean, he's had a couple of tough days in a row here. They're going to need him in NCAA tournament game. So whatever rut he's in, I guess maybe if it's like the freshman wall where it's your first college season, you're just worn down from how difficult it can be. I mean, it's an adjustment physically, but hopefully maybe he can rest up over this. Whether MSU plays on Thursday or Friday, I think Buffalo is the most likely outcome here. I think that's a Thursday, Saturday region. Don't quote me on that, but Scott's gonna have to rest up and try to contribute a little more in the first round. But not too worried about him. I guess still going to be a great player here. But again, he had like a mental mistake though. It was a 2-point game. 40 something seconds left. Like MSU could have just played straight up and they would have had a chance to. You get a stop, you get the ball, you can go take the lead with a three. Could be Scott who's taking that three. He's one of the best. He really might be the best 3-point shooter on the team right now. But Scott goes and fouls him. Scott's like the last, and he fouls like the last guy you wanted to foul. I think it was Perry, who's a high 80s free throw shooter. So that's just a mental mistake, and it cost them. It really did. That's preventable. It's very, very preventable. But again, you get into foul mode, you're just kind of on autopilot. Still a mental mistake. And I guess if you're going to learn it, you'd rather learn it in the Big Ten tournament than say if you're down 2 in a Sweet 16 game or an Elite 8 game and you go, and you foul someone when you don't have to. But yeah, we'll see what they get in the NCAA tournament selection show. That is Sunday, 6 p.m. It's after the Big Ten tournament championship game. It's on CBS. And we'll see what they get. I think they're still going to get a 2 seed. If you were going to lose this game, yeah, I would normally, I'd say they're probably going into 3 seed range. But MSU got a lot of help today in that way. There's a couple of teams that I guess if you're looking at like the team, they're just generally hovering around them. I can't know what the committee's saying, but I can look at what all the projections say. The bracket matrix is a good way to do it because it like compiles everyone, all the big bracketologists. Iowa State lost to Arizona. Losing to Arizona is no shame, but say they still lost. They can't add a win to Arizona to their resume there. Nebraska lost to Purdue. Honestly, that's a really, really big one because, you're going to stay ahead. You can box out Purdue by having that head-to-head win on the road over them a little bit, and Nebraska drops down from that too. I mean, they were already behind MSU, but you don't want to be compared directly to Nebraska because Nebraska has that head-to-head tiebreaker over you as well. See, and Illinois lost. Illinois is a team that's right on that 2-3 part of really depends on where you look. They could be a 2 seed one place. They could be projected a 3 seed the other. They lost to Wisconsin for a second time. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they beat them. I don't know if they played twice in the regular season, but I do know Wisconsin beat them at Illinois. So you got 3 teams that were like right there with you, battling for that 2 seed positioning, and they all lost. So, and again, UCLA is a quad 1 game. That's a good team. It's a much better team than what you saw when they played MSU at the Breslin. Again, I'm not trying to sound like Izzo here, but if you watch them, like they beat Illinois, they beat Purdue. Was it Purdue? I can't remember if they beat Purdue. No, I think actually they did beat Purdue earlier in the year, but they beat Nebraska as well. I think soundly as well, if I'm remembering things correctly here. But yeah, it happens. You'd like to get more than 1 game out of the Big Ten tournament. But yeah, that's kind of how the thing goes sometimes. I looked it up. There have been 3 teams during Izzo's tenure that have lost the Big Ten tournament and have reached the Final Four. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, very, very good teams that have come through this program, and worse teams than this one have made the Final Four. You can't know. You just can't know because it's a single elimination tournament. Guys like the 4 best teams almost every year, the 4 best teams aren't really the last 4 teams standing because basketball is a weird sport sometimes. So we'll see what they get in the NCAA tournament. I'm still thinking 2 seed at the moment. We'll have to see how maybe some of the people who actually make brackets for a living think on that in the coming days. But I still am relatively unchanged. It's an uncharacteristic game, and it's a game where NCAA tournament. I think a flip switches. I still think this is a team that you're looking at the second weekend. I'd be surprised if they lose. I still think I'd be surprised if they lose in the first two rounds. Sweet 16, Elite Eight, maybe a different story. But we'll see what happens when the bracket comes out. I'll be sure to share my bracket that'll probably get like the 30th percentile with you guys and see where I have MSU going. Depends on the draw. But yeah, well, that's all for today, though. Be plenty of written content on this game and everything else moving forward. Get that at SpartanNation.com or at Michigan State Spartans on SI. Thank you, though, for watching or listening wherever you are getting this. We'll be right back with you with more podcasting content soon. But yeah, that's it for now. Once again, though, I'm Jacob Katsunika. I'll see you guys around.